Week 2, day 4. No rain last night. Yippee! We desperately need roadbed material. We're going to have to maybe go search out another source, even though the one we're getting it from is rightly priced. Really love it. We need more continuous volume right now. More heavier trucks are going to be coming in, etc. So, and we need it in the long run anyway. So, okay, stay tuned. We'll give you some updates as we go through the day. Okay, so we hit a milestone. Everybody's leveled up. They've started the string and they get the hollow blocks going. Tank is ready to rock and roll. We've got our fellow over here, our character. He's starting to bring the sand. The guys are on, I think they're starting, no, they're not starting break, but they're having a little confab or something. Temporary construction thing they're building over there underneath the tree. So anyway, and the guys are continuing to take bags back and forth. Let's go see how the reprop is doing. Okay, you can see the stone is quite different. But that's okay. Again, it's not going to be in our visual line of sight, so that's okay. We had moved our water tank so it's on the downhill side, and there we go. The guys are starting to level up again so the guy can get the next layer going. Okay. Okay, a lot of that sandbagging is going to have to be reworked because that tree is going to come out of there. Okay, Lynn's going into full supervisory mode. Our goal here is to do the supervisory, lay out the plans for the Tai foreman, and then make sure everything moves along from there. That's the goal here. Because if we don't do it, things get sort of pigeonholed, they get narrow focused, which is what we noticed. And because of rain and that kind of stuff, we're adjusting on the fly, which is fine. So we told the Tai, I'll turn you around here. This section here, where this hole is, all of this soil, all this black soil is going to come out of here and get piled with that black soil that you can see there. It'll get piled over there. That'll be a long-term drop-off point for all the dark soil that we run into. Because of what we're seeing in the soil, it gets nice and hard down below. So we are going to take the dark soil out because we'll need it anyway. We'll move that over. We'll get loads of this roadbed material that I showed you yesterday, and we will dump it inside of the areas where slabs are going to go. Okay, further updates as we go through the day. Okay, so Lynn's talking the barangay captain. We need to get, it's amazing the levels of government here. So if you recall from our other video, we had to get a permission letter from the previous owner, because even though we bought the land, the paperwork takes monstrously long to get done, so we had to get another signature. So we got this letter that states that we are the new owner and he's given permission to do all of this stuff. Not everybody, everybody feels that they want their piece of paper. So the electric company now wants a separate piece of paper from the previous owner. They don't even own the lot, and we still have to get permission. So I went out and bought a big bloody solar light. To hell with that noise. If we don't have to, we won't bother doing the connection. Okay, but all that aside, we've got progress. The boys are down in the hole there. They're putting in a layer of concrete. The rebar is in place, and they're up a stone already. Oh, I see what he's doing. Yeah. Okay, and so we got. They're mixing the concrete right in the hole. That's cool. Okay. And it appears. Okay, so they put in a layer of concrete, and then the hollow blocks start. So that's what we're doing. So this chamber here will have a layer of concrete in it, and excuse me, I gotta pull my hoodie up here. I can feel that sun getting to me again. And then where this bucket is, be another layer of concrete, but the last chamber will be open on the bottom. Now we're going to have absorption issues. This stuff down here just does not absorb very well at all, very, very slow. So roughly where my foot is there, we're going to come out of this and parallel the wall and put this down, camera's down low, but you can see the land slopes away. So what we're going to do is an equal distance off of the tank, we will come and put a trench in here down this way, and then between here and the wall we'll put in grasses and bamboos and stuff like that. And we're gonna get some clicky noises. Gotta move my glasses over. Okay, and then that way it'll still be exposed to the sun, so it'll dry it and all of that sort of thing. So what you may not know is the way that they deal with their sewer system here, and maybe many tropical countries, is the ditch that's along the road is all concreted. I thought these were storm drains, but they actually, if you have a house on a regular sized piece of property, your outlet water goes to that drain, which if the septic tank isn't working so good, it explains why we're getting some foul odors when you walk down the road here in the Philippines, because their septic tank is putting out bacterial matter, right? Your first tank should be holding all of your solids, but if they start creeping into the last chamber, not so much. Okay, so the boys have got all the rest of the dirt down here. So we've got a reasonable amount of dirt for building up this wall, and we're desperately hoping to get 1 or 2 loads again today, and because we would like to go to Cebu tomorrow. That's our goal. I want to get down and see the AAC blocks, buy a couple, put them in my hand, get a little bit of the what do they call it, the adhesive, and so then we can I can experiment with how to trowel it on and stuff. If I can get it in my head, then I know whether we've got sound as a pound contractors doing the work, right? I don't want to. Everybody here is a professional at everything until you find out they're not. Okay, so the boys down in the pit here, they're getting the next trench ready, and they got to dig down at the base of this big tree, make sure none of the roots are going to go underneath the. Woo! He just. It's pretty soft, eh? He just did that piece of rebar, drove it in the ground, and it almost sunk out of sight. It went about 2 feet down, so clearly not hitting heavy stuff there. So, but they'll go down as far as they can reasonably, and if we have to, we're going to be cross bracing with some steel. Okay, this part of the wall is really up there now, which is cool. And the boys are dropping the dirt down. got one of the workers there organizing stone. And Lyndon is distributing the dirt as it needs to be. There, in the morning, we were due to receive 15 cubic meters of dirt. Kind of a blend, very similar to what we got yesterday. In other words, there is going to be some big clumps in there. But we're going to hopefully have a couple of extra guys, local guys. We put the word out that we want 2 more. And some of them can just go in there with their gloves and just start grabbing big pieces and separating them out. Put them in the wheelbarrow, take them down to the shoreline. When I say bigger pieces, I'm meaning like hand size, right? And maybe a titch bigger. Okay. Here's our new friend from our previous video. I think this girl wants to go down there and maybe take a pee. Just gonna go down and see if any of those containers have food in them. Okay, being way more conscious of the sun, regardless of whether the clouds are covering it or not. Caught myself a couple of times here, and I like the sun. I get a lot of sun. Everybody knows I get a lot of sun, but this is crazy. Okay, so we went out and bought a street light with a solar panel in it. And the reason for it was we can't get an electrical connection anytime soon here. So we managed to find one of these solar lights, and we'll use that. There's no sense in getting electrical for only one thing here, and that would be the people staying in the bunkhouse. So Septic is well underway. Guys are doing a little bit of fine tuning in the corners. Okay. And our character here, he's a cemento mixing machine. We have to take advantage of all the soil we can get, because right now we're just not getting our deliveries. Fellows are down below getting the next trench dug. Pretty mucky work. Don't know if you can get a bead on that, but they're down about, I'd say 2 feet. It needs a lot more work, but I'm happy now that we're not going to worry too much about this eroding because of the ocean. Okay guys, that's a wrap for today.